What up, guys? KCRC Rock Bouncer here. Doing a little bit of crawling with the 1.9 Wraith. If you haven't watched my other video, I've done a bit to it since you guys last saw it. I'll just kind of name off everything that's been done to it. I think the first thing I did was put universals in it and then change out that weird battery connector that Axial included with the vehicle. I changed that connector out for Dean's. I moved the front shocks to the furthest back location just to lower the vehicle a little bit. The shock tower in the rear of the vehicle, what did I do to it? I flipped it over to increase my decrease my center of gravity, lower it down to the ground a little bit more, which definitely helped. It made a difference, that's for sure. It's funny how little things like that can make such a big difference. Ooh, got myself in kind of a pinch here. I obviously changed wheels and tires. The tires I actually just bought. They're the Proline Class 1 BFG mud terrains. Awesome tire. I'm really liking them on this truck, and I'm really liking the performance that they bring to the truck. It's a lot better than I expected they were gonna be, for sure. I was planning on staying on a pretty small tire, but I didn't know I was gonna go this small. But yeah, they're 4.19 inches tall. I found out after I bought them that they also make them in the super soft compound, but I'm just gonna deal with what I got, which is perfectly fine with me. Come on, stay on your feet, baby girl. I changed out the white headlights for red. I took my Vanquish Rock Jock axles off my other 1.9 Wraith to put on here. That when I did that definitely put the weight down low where I needed it for this rig, because it's a relatively light rig, but with having the full Wraith cage, it did make it a tiny bit top heavy. So with, you know, I never even ran the stock wheels and tires. I'm sure they would do fine for an RTR rig, but yeah, it just didn't make sense for me to even try them when I've got extra sets of 1.9 wheels and tires with foams and stuff. So a lot of the stuff, the only thing I've purchased for this vehicle so far, let's go ahead and change this angle just a little bit. The only thing I've purchased for it so far was the tires and the motor, which is a Holmes Hobby Torque Master Expert. I think it's a 35 turn. The stock motor that comes on it, it was decent. I geared it down a tooth, and it definitely made a big difference in the motor's performance. Let's see if I can do this without rolling over. But yeah, the stock motor only has so much strength to its magnets, so it was definitely it definitely had to go. But like I said, for a starter, it did just fine. But yeah, I just wanted a little more torque, especially like an area like I'm crawling right now. That motor would have severely struggled, like in that situation right there, pulling that tire over. That would have taken quite a bit of throttle to get it to push over. The deal screaming at you right now is my Savix 1283 servo. Oh jeez, I'm gonna pick that up before I break it. Okay, let's try that descent one more time with a little bit of help from that rock. yeah. Yeah, the servo in here is the 1283, like I said. It's pushing, I think, like 410 ounces at 6 volts. So I was able to keep the stock speed control without having it glitch out at all. So that was kind of nice. Yeah, I like the speed control. It's for stock speed control, it does just fine. And even with the steering servo and the motor, I've had no problems with it really blipping out or anything like that. If it is glitching, it's probably because of the tactic servo more than anything. But what can you do? Pros and cons, right? Yeah, I guess the pro to not changing it is not having to spend money. I was thinking about getting a Newcastle Sidewinder 4 just to get a little more efficient power usage out of it, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. And if I do get a new brush speed controller, I think I might even go with Toucan just because their RX4 or whatever it is super small. And with the limited amount of room in this rig, I think it only makes sense. Because right now already it's sitting in the floorboard. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you one other thing that I changed if you haven't noticed. She's got a full interior now. And I like it a lot. I had 2 spare full interiors. I went ahead and worked on it, was it 2 nights ago? I put it in there. There's a little bit of trimming required to get it to work, but gosh, it's such a good fit, and it added weight to the vehicle to push down on the tires a little bit, so I'm getting a little more traction off my tires now, and not really noticing any kind of extra body roll yet, so that's nice. But yeah, I really like my full-size drivers. And as soon as I bought this rig, I was thinking about it right off the get-go, like, can it fit? And I was thinking about it, but I didn't actually try it until I saw somebody else had already done it. And I'm like, okay, full interior fits, I'm gonna put one in there. Now the only problem, again, back to pros and cons talk, this is gonna be my crawler rig, which will take on, a couple roles of being a fun trail rig and being a comp rig too. I was going to put a dig transmission in it, but now I'm not going to be able to do that. Oh, look at that. We're stuck. Well, reposition and new camera angle. Yeah, so I made all my own links for it, which I know I've already explained in other videos, but for anybody who hasn't seen any of my videos, I figure I can't leave that out. They're made out of 3/16 inch solid rod with Traxxas rod ends. I actually cut them, bevel the ends, and then I thread them, and I actually drill out and tap the rod ends as well to match the same thread, and that way it's just super strong. I really like my rod ends. They or my links, they hold up really well. Alright guys, well also last night I painted the body, as you can see. I painted it red and I really like it. Other than that, I guess that's about all the talking I can do. This video's got about 25 seconds before it runs out, so I'll just finish up with trying to continue to get crawling or getting stuck, one of the two. Bitch. Alright guys, have a good one. See you on the next one.